Okay, today we're doing 8.4, which is natural logarithms. So a natural log, what that is log with a base of e. So we did talk about earlier in the week the common log, and that was log base 10. So when you have log and your base is e, that's called the natural log. The way it's written is ln, so that means natural log. So natural log and e, they're inverses of each other. So like how multiplication undoes division and vice versa, natural log and e undo each other. So like on this one here, if I wanted to get x by itself, I would just take the natural log of both sides. Those cancel out and you get x equals natural log 12, which that's just a button on your calculator. And if you need help to find it, I can show you where it is. So it's the natural log of 12. So it'd be about 2.48 would be the solution on that one. And then here, if we wanted to get x by itself, you just do use base e. And so what happens is these cancel, and x is, now when you do e, you have to change these into exponents. So it's actually e squared, which again, button on your calculator. So I would go e squared. 7.39 would be the solution for that one. Okay, so for example 1, it says to solve and round to the nearest 10,000th. So that's 4 decimal places. So before we can get to the x that's up here in the exponent, you have to get rid of everything that's around it. So first, I would start off by subtracting 8. So then we have negative 2e to the power of x plus 3 equals negative 22. Then we're going to divide both sides by negative 2. Got to get rid of that. So then we have e to the power of x plus 3 equals, go ahead and write it in, 11. Okay, so now we have to get, we've got e by itself with this, with x plus 3 in the exponent. So now we've got to undo e. So we're going to use the natural log. So these cancel, and we get x plus 3 equals the natural log of 11. Okay, so again, just a button in our calculator. I'm going to go natural log of 11. So x plus 3 equals 2. I'm going to leave a couple, I'm just going to do the squiggle thing again, and then we're going to round our answer at the very end. So then the last thing we're going to do is subtract 3 from both sides. So x is about negative 0.6021 if we're rounding to the nearest 10,000th there. Okay, so then on the next one, again, we can't get to this x until, like, deal with the natural log part of it until everything on the outside is gone. So first we're going to undo the 1/6. So to do that, we multiply both sides by 6. This cancels. So we have the natural log of 5x equals 12. Okay. So now we have to undo natural log. And like I said, e undoes that. So what we're doing is we're using e as a base, and these are exponents now. So the way it looks, if I wrote it out is e to the power of natural log 5x equals e to the 12th power. So over here on the left, these cancel, and e to the 12th power is gigantic. And I'm not going to round yet, just like we did the other day. And then the last thing we do, if we have 5 times x, we're going to divide both sides by 5. And we get that x would be 32,550 point. I'm assuming we're going to do the nearest 10,000th again. So 9583 would be x on that one. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. See if you can do this one on your own. So I ended up with negative 6.1347. So first you should have divided by 6, then taken the natural log to undo the e, subtract 3, and divide by 0.25 is how I came up with that. Okay, so the next one says simplify into a single logarithm or a single natural log. So basically what we're doing is we're using those properties of logs that we learned last week when we were breaking them up. And now we're going to put them all back together. So the first thing you need to do is if there's ever a number in front, apply that exponent back. So you put it back up as an exponent. So this is going to be natural log 8 to the power of 1/3 minus the natural log of 3 plus the natural log of 9. So if you're able to evaluate that, this part here, 8 to the power of 1/3, you should do that. And 8 to the power of 1/3 is 2. So we have the natural log of 2 minus the natural log of 3 plus the natural log of 9. So now you just have to remember remember that subtraction goes with division and addition goes with multiplication. So now we just go from left to right. So like I said, subtraction becomes division. So if I want to combine those into one natural log, I have to change the subtraction to 2 divided by 3. And then addition becomes multiplication. So we have the natural log. If we just want to write one of them, addition becomes multiplication. Okay, so when you multiply a fraction in a whole number, you do the whole number times the top. So 9 times 2 is 18, and then divide it by 3. And we get the natural log of 6. So this whole thing gets shrunk down into one natural log. Okay, so let's do this one. To start, remember we always put the exponent back on top. So I have 7 minus natural log of 27 to the power of 1/3 plus the natural log of 6. Go ahead and apply that exponent there. So 7 minus the natural log of 3 plus the natural log of 6. And then when we go from left to right here, we have addition, so we're going to do 3 times 6. The 7 doesn't have a natural log on it, so we're going to leave that alone. So we get 7 minus the natural log of 18. So your homework is 8.4 on page 431, 19 through 40.